up, YouTube fam? It is Mary.
And Amma.
We want you guys to like,
Subscribe,
share,
and comment.
Down below, we say, you guys, we are reviewing season 14, episode 14. Yes, and it is all about Cody's meanness and Mary and Cody going to therapy, where he will have the opportunity to emotionally abuse her some more. It gets really hard to watch sometimes.
Well, they went to Nancy. They haven't seen Nancy in 18 months.
Mom, it's a year and a half. It's not 18 months. It's a year and a half.
That is a year and a half.
But when you say 18 months, it's like, it's not that long.
I know. That's how I felt when I wrote it. I was like, 18 months, because, I don't want to say a year and a half. That's a long time. But that's true. Yes. But so Mary's there telling Nancy, well, try to cover Cody. We went on dates, and then Cody says, nothing has changed. We're a family, and I am here waiting for something to change, specifically about the kids. So
you're saying that she has to work on her relationship with the kids and the other wives?
No. He says kids. When he's talking to Nancy, he says kids. Like, everyone has this different goalpost for Cody.
Yeah.
Every wife that he's having problems with, there's a reason why. It's always, okay, so I never knew that Mary had any problems with any of the kids.
Yeah.
So that is actually surprising.
I feel like he does the same thing with every wife. Like, because with Christine, he said that if you love the family, I will love you.
Yes.
Now he's telling Mary, basically saying, if you love the kids, I will love you.
Yeah.
My opinion is, Cody, love is not supposed to be conditional.
Well, for Cody it is. But he doesn't want you to make, I think, and that's went in my clothes or something. Anyway. Sorry.
I was like, okay.
I was like,
the insects are no joke in Africa.
I don't know what's something here. It's all up in my bosom. Remember that lady in, what movie was that? That was, it was with Jim Carrey and I can't remember the lady's name. Anyway.
I hope you guys enjoyed the show.
Dick and Jane, yeah. Anyway, okay.
Yeah.
Going back to Nancy, Cody, and Mary.
But yeah, he basically is saying that she needs to get along with the kids better.
Yeah.
My opinion is, Cody, you need to just be honest, which men will never be until the day they die.
Yeah.
That you need to just be like, listen, Mary, I'm not interested. I mean, he has told her, I'm not interested in working in this marriage. Okay, you said that. Just tell Mary, there's really nothing you can do for me to actually want to see this marriage through again.
He gets pleasure from mind effing her. And she stays for the ride.
I know, and she was sitting there, which I thought was just so sad.
Yeah.
She was like, tell me what I need to do. How can I fix myself so that we can have a good marriage?
And he's like, you have great relationships with your friends.
With your business friends. But you have formal relationships with your family. I don't have to see these people every day.
Yeah.
I don't have interpersonal connections with these people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I see them every once in a while.
Yes,
there's history here. There's baggage here.
Yeah.
And there is a patriarchal leader who is an a-hole and does not know how to help the women to have healthy relationships. He actually encourages chaos. So it will always be hard.
He's always instigating conflict.
It will always be hard for the women to actually get along, like for real.
And when Nancy tells him, it feels like, she tells both of them, it feels like you guys have wasted 18 months. Like the 18 months I've not seen you, it feels like you guys have wasted it. And then she wants to do like some activity with them. And right away Cody says,
as he sits there like this,
I am not up for criticism. And Nancy was like, are you serious?
I'm dead serious. I was like, what?
Like, he is just unraveling.
He is on one today.
Yeah. And then he says that Mary mourns the loss of what we had, yet he regrets what they had.
That's just
you say all this crazy stuff.
No, that was the type of thing that really go bone and that you really is hard to heal from.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't even know why Mary's still there. And then he says that she is an unhealed victim that has to be made whole before they can have a relationship. Cody, you're unhealed. You act like the victim of every issue that's going on in that family.
Did you put that unhealed victim as the title?
No, I actually did not. I actually did not.
Well, I remember
It was
season
a-
14,
yeah.
episode 14,
Unhealed
unhealed victim.
victim.
Like, who says
Yeah.
that? How do you say a victim is unhealed?
And Mary was
And
just
then
like,
Mary's like, I
have
don't
no
see
idea.
myself as a victim.
No.
And I don't think she does because she's really resilient. She really tries to make this relationship work.
Yeah.
All she really wants is for him to at least give her some leeway. He wants her. Well, no, she wants him to at least be open to them. She wants him to at least give affection. She wants him to at least try instead of
He's not
constantly
trying
rejecting
at
her.
all.
He doesn't.
He keeps on.
I think he was
totally
saying some
rejects
crazy
her.
stuff where he was like, "Oh, you need to chase me." I think it was season 15.
Oh,
He's
we'll get into that. We just get into
on
that.
the 30th anniversary, honey.
But you know something? If any of these wives are to be a victim, it should be Mary, because she's a victim of his constant verbal and emotional abuse. Like
Yeah.
this is kind of verbal abuse too, because you're telling her that she mourns what we had, and you're like, you regret what we had.
Like you
And
wish that we never got married, and it's
he
also in
also
a
says
sense.
he regrets that. He says
It's also
that,
in a sense that you're regretting that you ever had Mariah, in a sense, because she's a part of that
Well,
history.
he
If we're
says-
being honest,
Well, he says to her that he felt that she deceived him into a relationship with him. And the only reason why he married her was through moral obligation. So now you're going all the way back 25
no,
plus
he said
years.
that he thought he was because he said that he washed his hands and he thought that he was basically free from this relationship. But I'm still stuck because
Yes.
of moral obligations. There's nothing
He
moral
says it.
about you right now,
I feel
Cody.
like I was deceived into a relationship.
Yeah. How are you deceived? How
now
are you
I'm
deceived?
here under moral obligation. So
Please
it's
release
like-
me because
it's
this
so
is moral.
ridiculous.
Like my thing is, like I don't feel like it's morals at this point. I think it's just you being
You're not even
egotistical
moral, you're just
because
being
you don't even
mean.
treat her like a human being. So there's
No.
nothing moral.
No.
There's no moral obligations
There's
there,
no
Cody.
love. There's
There's no love. There's not even
Yeah.
respect.
No.
Like he doesn't even respect you as much as he would respect the dog.
Yeah.
Because you at least wouldn't kick the dog when it's down, but you continue to
Jesus
kick her.
wouldn't be doing any of this kind of stuff. This is not Jesus' love, even for a human being, like what he's doing.
Not
if
even
you guys
for
are
an
not
animal.
even married. Like the way you mistreat Mary is just
It's
on
so out
another
of pocket.
level. And the fact that Mary continues to sit there and take it, like you say you're not a victim, you are a victim, but not only that, it's like she's so unaware
Yeah.
of just the depth. Like this is a very toxic relationship. It's toxic
really horrible.
for her health, but this is her normal.
I feel like she's so used to it that she's become numb to it. Because she literally sat there, she said, I'm not even going to engage him. And then by the end of it, she was like
No, but
smiling
then she
at
starts to
him.
cry. You know, it's like it's a very toxic relationship. It's very
toxic. And it's like she keeps on staying there. I don't understand why stay there. I
Maybe
keep on
she
saying
feels
that
like
she's
this
so
is-
broken. That's why I keep on feeling like she's broken and like she has lost the strength.
I think
of herself.
that
I don't
she
know.
has said in one of the episodes that her mom, and she started to cry when she talked about her mom being this person where the way she has been all her life is that people can always find shelter in her. That's what she said about her mom. It
That's
feels
not
to
good.
me like that's how Mary feels that she is herself. That Cody can come and find shelter in her. And she looks at all this abuse that he gives her probably as this wounded animal. So she feels like what she's doing is very like altruistic, like, you know, I am going to be here for you no matter what, you know, but you're not God, Mary, okay? You cannot fix Cody. You can't help him to be happy
Yeah.
no matter what you do.
Yeah.
You can't make him love you.
No.
And the more you stay in this kind of environment, I mean, but she's choosing to stay in this kind of environment. That's the other thing too. So,
Yeah.
you know, I feel sorry for her, but then at the same time, I'm like, but you choose it every single day. You're choosing to stay in this environment every single day.
But I don't know if she knows any better. I don't think she knows any better. And I don't think she's aware. and I don't think she has been able to receive the wisdom, because I feel like her mother was the same way, so her mom can't give her advice, and her dad, it seemed like from what we know about him, he seemed kind of controlling and domineering.
Yeah.
And I feel like she probably had to count out to him a lot of the time, because I remember she said that her father basically, Cody said that, her father basically told me that, you're going to be in a polygamous relationship. Even if you're thinking about monogamy with my daughter, it needs to be a polygamous relationship. So it's kind of like she married her father in a sense.
Yeah.
And they said that typically that's what happened with daughters if they are not aware.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
And she's not aware.
She's not aware. So I think that's what's going on with Mary.
Yeah.
That's been her upbringing, and now she has carried that into adulthood. So I feel like when you don't seek outside help or counseling or wisdom, it's very easy for you to be going decades in this pattern, because it's what you grew up with, it's what you saw. You don't know anything else.
Well, I think also spiritually too, she might feel like
somebody said it's moral obligation that because in their religion, if I think somebody
like
said
I am
yesterday,
going to get into this, eternity because God's going to accept me into heaven because I have endured. This was painful, but I endured through it. God
doesn't want, but you always say that God does not want us to suffer. He doesn't want us to have a bad life.
Enduring.
He doesn't. God wants us to have the best of life.
Yeah.
And, He usually blesses
and he
us.
He certainly doesn't want us enduring at the foot of
another man.
Of someone who's not
really
doing
mean
the right
you
thing.
any good.
Not doing the right thing.
Like he's not even
family.
going to God for advice. So how can you expect him to be doing you well when he's not even seeking counsel and he's not self-aware? I feel like that's the biggest issue with Cody. He's just not aware, and he doesn't care to be aware. He loves to live.
He's self-aware, but he loves living like this.
Yeah, he's like an ostrich.
He's narcissistic.
Very.
That's what it is. He's self-aware. He knows what he's doing. Remember, I go back to that stone thing that he was creating with Christine. And the counselor said, make something about your relationship. He refused to do that. He knew he refused to do that.
He knew he
wasn't doing the assignment. He knew he was railroading her. But he says, but I'm still going to do it anyway. And he said it with a smile on his face, even though it brought her pain. And he saw that she was in pain. And it was painful for her to create this foundation. He was happy with that. That makes him feel good. So he's aware, but he's not going to change.
Not at all.
Yeah. Even if he doesn't feel that he's on the right, he doesn't care. Like Mary says, he will never admit to he's wrong.
No.
And that's why you see, even in this season 17, episode 2 that we talked about, he tells Christine, I wish, or he says in the confession, I think he tells her, I rather you say that it was your fault than it's mine.
Yeah.
It's not that he doesn't know he's at fault, but he doesn't want to admit it himself, but he doesn't want anyone else to do the same thing either. And this is just how he is. This is his MO. And so when Nancy's about to do something, he says, I can't be up for criticism. He never wants someone to tell him about himself and say you're at fault. For some reason, there is something going on with him.
I feel like he knows he's wrong, though.
As a child, he always, because he said his father found him to be very irresponsible his whole life.
Yeah.
So maybe he got a lot of criticism from his dad.
Yeah.
And so now as an adult, he doesn't want that.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to hear it. Even if he knows he's wrong. He's not trying to self-improve. Even though he expects it of his wives and his children. But he himself does not want to self-improve.
Yeah.
What can you do with someone like that?
Not a thing.
I mean, he's a narcissist.
I feel really horrible for the women. And I also feel like Robin is not exempt from it. Because one day where he really gets sick and tired of Robin, he will turn his wrath towards her.
He did give her a little remnants of...
He gave her
a little taste.
He gave her a
little taste of him being that way.
Yeah, of how bad it could be.
Yeah.
But he didn't do the full thing either.
No. And I think he did that also because him and her have been on this emotional disconnection.
Yeah.
And he was just hurt to he has been wounded
By
by
his
her.
life.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all.
So
But
that
it's-
was about it.
Yeah, y'all. But it's Mary.
And Amma.
Leave us a like,
Subscribe
share
and comment.
down below.